welcome to my channel. My name is Holly and I'm so happy to have you guys here. This is a new channel, so I would absolutely love it if you would hit the subscribe button and come along this journey with me. A little bit about myself. I'm going to get right into the tag here in a couple of minutes, but a little bit about myself. I am a Canadian mom of two. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old, almost 7-month-old. Here at home, I am a stay-at-home mom. I do work part-time, more like casual part-time. And I also have another channel here on YouTube called Holly Christine, where I provide tons of cleaning motivation, decluttering motivation, mommy content, stuff like that. So if that interests you at all, go and head over there as well. I will have it linked. But yeah, reading is a huge passion of mine, so I wanted to get another channel going where I could talk about books. So I am here to do that today. So I'm going to be starting, my first video is going to be the BOOKTUBE newbie tag, just because why not? It gives me a good introduction and lets you guys know a little bit more about myself and my reading habits. So let's just get on into it. Okay, so the first question is, why did you start this channel? So I actually, kind of a funny story, I actually started a BOOKTUBE channel years ago, probably about almost 4 years ago, when my first son was just a baby. And it's called She Reads. It's still up. And I have about 360 odd subscribers over there. But then I kind of took a little break from that one, and I started my other channel, my main channel that I have now, my Holly Christine one. And I really got obsessed with that one, and I really put tons and tons of hard work into it, and it's growing, and I monetize on there, which is amazing. But I started missing BOOKTUBE, and I'm noticing, especially since I had my second son, I'm not reading as much at all. Like at all. Because I'm so busy with my other channel and I'm so busy with my kids that it's just kind of fallen by the wayside. So I remember when I started my BOOKTUBE channel last time, it really helped me to get back into reading and make sure that I make reading a priority, because I knew I wanted to do videos on it. So obviously you can't be making BOOKTUBE videos if you're not reading. So I really am hoping that that's going to help me get back into reading again. Now, the reason why I'm not just continuing on with my other BOOKTUBE channel is because I'm a little bit unsure. I kind of started my two channels separately, and I'm scared because the one I'm monetized on, I'm scared to try to link my other channel to my monetization. Like, there's a way where you can start two channels on your YouTube account that it'll have like all of your AdSense in one. And I'm scared to try to link that other one because I've known people that have had issues doing that, and all of a sudden their monetization for their other channel is gone. So I don't want to screw around with that. So I'm just going to start a new one, and here I am. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BOOKTUBE? I don't, is there anything really unique anymore on YouTube? I'm not too sure. But I think I'm going to try this time. I think with my last BOOKTUBE channel, I really was trying to do what everybody else was doing. And this time, I'm just kind of going to do whatever I want. I'm gonna maybe try to do some book vlogs. I'm going to just kind of get out of the box a little bit and not necessarily be doing like TBRs and stuff like that all the time. Of course, I will be having videos like that as well, but I kind of got into a rut with it before, where I was like, okay, the first of the month, every month is going to be my TBR for that month, and then I wouldn't even read my TBR, and it was just, I just don't want it to be so structured. So I'm just going to kind of do whatever I feel like it, and maybe try to bring something creative, some sort of different videos onto the platform. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Kind of like I said before, I'm just hoping that it's going to get me back into reading. I'm a hand talker, sorry you guys. I'm really hoping that's going to get me back into reading. And if I can share some good recommendations with you guys and, get a conversation started, you guys can share some good recommendations with me. I'm hoping to meet more people here, have fun, and just, establish a community for the love of reading. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just had a huge coughing fit, so sorry. The next question is, why do you love reading? I think probably like a lot of people, reading can be an escape for you, right? It's something that you can do that can kind of take your mind to a different place and get you out of the situation that you're in. Not necessarily, like, not saying that my situation that I'm in is bad, for any reason, by any means, but it's just nice to kind of like go on a little mini vacation, you know what I mean? And I feel always more productive when I'm reading rather than just sitting there watching TV or watching a movie. I don't know, it strengthens your brain. I just love it. I always have, and I just love that it can just take you to a different world. And I also find that I get really inspired when I read as well, because I am an writer. I've never had anything published. I'm a writer. I've been writing my novel for probably like 5 or 6 years, and I go through spurts where I will write it for a little while and then I don't touch it for like a year. So maybe one day you guys will get a book by Holly Christine, but I don't know when that day will be. What book or series got you into reading? I told this story on my other channel when I did this tag as well, and I think what did it was, I would probably say The Chronicles of Narnia. My mom read that to me when I was a kid, and it's one of my favorite memories of life, and that's when I really started loving reading, was she would read to me at night, and we would go through like every night we'd read a chapter or two, and I really remember just loving The Chronicles of Narnia, and it just got me so inspired to read more. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would ask them how they became so successful, because there's quite a few really successful booktubers that have really made it on the platform, and I would love to know how they did that, and kind of if they had any tips or tricks on that. And I would also love to know what got them into reading, like what made them decide to start a booktube channel, and are they happy that they did? There's been a couple of booktubers that have gotten a lot of success and then have stopped. In particular, Read by Zoe. She got huge on this platform, and then she just kind of like ghosted her audience, and she hasn't made a video in a long time. And I kind of also wonder about people that do things like that. I guess I kind of left my my last booktube channel in the lurch as well, but I had 300 subscribers, not like 300,000, so there's that. So like to someone like her, I would ask, what makes you get to a place where you're so successful with this and then you just decide to walk away from it all? It's just, I would love to know that. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the hardest thing will be trying to fit it in, because like I said, I do have another channel, and that takes up a lot of my time. Those videos that I film over there, like a lot of them are cleaning videos, so they're clean with me's and stuff like that. That takes a long time. Like those videos can take a few hours to film, and then let alone edit. So I spend a lot of my free time doing that, and that has cut into my reading time, as well as, like I said, having a baby and also a 4-year-old. It is a lot, so just trying to fit it in is going to be interesting. I'm going to be starting probably with 1 video a week for now, and we'll see, like once I can kind of get everything situated and get used to doing everything, we'll see if I can bump it up to 2. The next question is, when did you start reading? I always remember reading. I remember my mom reading to me, like I said earlier, and as soon as I could read, I was in love with it. Like those little tiny books, so when you're first starting to read as a kid, I remember we had these like green bags that we had to take home every day, like a couple of those little tiny books that are just basically showing you sight words. I remember taking those home, and all the kids would be whining about it, and I was always so excited to read those with my mom. And yeah, I don't know, I just loved it. Where do you read? Probably mostly on my living room couch or in bed. But once again, I haven't been reading lately, so I need to get back to it. And the last question is, what does your book collection look like? Well, you guys can kind of see it behind me a little bit. I have 4 white shelves, and they're pretty much full. The bottom shelves are empty. I will be taking you guys on a book tour at some point here, on a shelf tour. I wish I was going on a book tour. I will be taking you guys on a shelf tour at some point here on my channel and showing you everything that I have, but I have quite a mixture of books. I typically like to read a lot of horror, and young adult fantasy, young adult mystery. Yeah, so it's kind of like all over the place. And then I don't really typically read a lot of contemporaries, but every once in a while I'll be in the mood for that. But I think I have a little bit of everything on my shelves, to be honest with you, but those are the genres that I read the most for sure. All right, you guys, well, that is the end of that tag, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you're new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment down below. I would love to get to know you guys in the comments. And I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!